Hello, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Sarah Mandia. I am a top leader in my industry, and I am coming to you live from my business page and from my personal page tonight because it's been a while since I've done that. So as you're jumping on, make sure you say, hey, girl, hey, so that I know that you're here. I know that you're here. I know that you're alive. I know that you're well. Hi, Kathy. Hello, Bina. Hello, Corey. Hello, Amanda. Hello. So tonight I'm going like teacher mode on you. I'm a little chilly because I worked out and I'm like a little sweat chilly now. Sweat chilly? Is that like a word? Is that a thing? Hi, B. Hey, Nicole. Hey. I love you guys. So if you are watching the replay, you're going to hashtag replay. But if you're on live, you'll know because that little cute corner button says live. So tonight, guys, I'm going like a little teacher mode on you. And as I'm getting myself organized here, I'm going to take off some of my makeup. And I'm a cheapo, so I ripped these in half. And I shouldn't even be a cheapo because I actually won. Hold on, team. I actually won these makeup wipes at our event this weekend. So I'm going to take off my foundation that I put on today just so you can see. So how many of you in here... Hey Brenda, all the Brendas. I like a double Brenda. I'm good with the double Brenda. So I want to help you pick the right foundation shade for you and how we're going to do that. Let's just start though. I think this is important. I'm going to start with who dares to tell me their age live on Facebook. Who wants to share their age? I'll share how old I am. I am 36. And so I'd like to know, and why I'm asking your age, not because I'm like nosy, but there is a reason behind my madness. So who is going to be as risky? Who will be risky enough to tell me their age? 20? No, you're really 25, Brenda? Or are you messing with me? Are you messing with me? You're so young and vibrant. So again, though, 25 is actually the age, 31 and a half, okay, 49, okay. I like that we're learning ages here. I don't think I know half of my friends' ages. So the first thing I'm going to say is how many of you feel like likes and hearts if you feel like sometimes your foundation, I don't care what foundation it is, maybe it just doesn't, it's not sitting right on your face. So if you feel like it doesn't sit right, you just are not comfortable wearing it. I'm getting raw and real here. I swear, born 1993. I freaking love you, Brenda. I had no idea you were that young. Now I love you even more. Are you still in Portugal? So the biggest thing and the reason I'm asking is not because I'm nosy and I want to be like, who's the oldest? It's because it's important to your skincare application. So as we get older, if your skin is aging, you need to have a skincare regime. Pretty much 25 and on, you should have a skincare regime because your skin's starting to age. And as you age, it gets drier. You obviously get more wrinkles. You lose that elasticity in your skin and it becomes okay, I'm going to take this off now. I'm not hot. It becomes super important to your foundation application, which is not something we really think about. This is kind of like my sidetrack. I'm an old chick, 47. You are not old, Krista. You were amazing. Back in Montreal, 3 days. Oh, cool. Well, you got back. So I'm going to tell you right now that the application of your skincare routine and the regime that you use really affects your makeup application. And why I say that is because when you're putting makeup on your face, depending on what it's being put on top of, let's say it's a wall. And if you have a wall and you're putting makeup on top of that wall, it's going to have a different texture. Everybody has a different texture. So some people might have more wrinkles. Some people might have bigger pores. Some people might have, they might have rosacea. They may have, other skincare conditions that are affecting the way their makeup application looks. And it doesn't matter where you buy your foundation. You could buy it at the drugstore or you could buy a $100 bottle foundation. Depending on your skincare regime and how you're taking care of your skin is going to make a huge difference on the application method. So first things first, if you are I need more information about skincare because I feel like that's something that I don't know a lot about, just drop a skincare below and I will message you and we can do a little skincare one-on-one, and we can figure out what's best for your skin type, because everyone's skin types are so different. But this is a makeup application seminar, so I want to make sure that we're staying on track. And that's really hard for me because I'm like squirrel brain all the time. So, how many of you know, let's try another question. I like questions. I go like hardcore teacher mode. How many of you know if you are warm, cool, or neutral? So drop below if you know if your skin tone is warm, cool, or neutral. So I'll give you a second to drop that down below, because this is, you know, this is like something that's going to lead into what we're getting at. So if you know if you're one of those three things, and as we're jumping and answering that, I'm just going to grab a couple products out of here to talk about them, to discuss them, to why you should use them and why you need them. And I'm actually going to do an application for you so that you can see the difference. I have this like song in my head. No idea. Okay, great. Brenda, we're going to help you out. We are going to help you out, help you out, help you out. My singing's really bad. Okay, so I'm going to guess that most don't know, but you never know. I'm very curious. Okay, so if you are, okay, so no matter what you're buying, where you're buying your product, just be careful. I'm 53 and loving it. I love you, Nancy. You are the best. I'm so excited. I wish that you lived closer so I could hug you every weekend. I really do. Even if you're going to like the drugstore, it's your personal preference of where you buy your foundation. But keep in mind that like a lot of stuff at drugstores, you don't know what's in them. Candy, I like that you said that if you were like between all three, because that's actually going to come in very handy in a minute. So the hard part about when you're going to the drugstore, this is my thing, okay? And this is why I never knew. I was terrified of foundation. I never wore foundation. But this was why. Because when I would go to the drugstore, first of all, do not match on your hand. My hand and my face, they're not the same, okay? Like, look at the red tones, like, you can kind of see under my face. They're, like, completely different colors. So if you're matching on your hand, it's not a true match, okay? This is not where you color match. Really, in essence, you want to look out a window with natural lighting and see your actual skin tone. And when you see your skin tone, I mean, you can take a picture. I can do color matches online. So if you are like, I need a color match badly, just put match in the comments and I will color match you. Professional color matcher, I feel like at this point, because I do them all the time. And all I need is a daylight. So you can't do it now unless you have a diva light with like me. And my diva light's not even super bright right now. Here, I can move in closer because I'm sitting in I thought I'd sit in my like office chair because I was like going teacher mode. So when you're doing a color match, like you would send me a daylight picture, no face makeup on, okay? That's key because I have to be able to color match you. But there's some key questions. So more questions. So I want you to think about these or write them down. So number one, do you tan or burn? And you can comment in the comments if you want, just to kind of keep track. So do you tan or do you burn? Okay, I'm kind of like I burn and then it turns into a tan. And like if I went out in the sun, like with no sunscreen, especially like after a freezing cold winter that we have in Canada, and then I burn, that will turn into a tan eventually, but I burned. But I also tan. It turns into a tan, right? So it's tricky. So you could be in between. So we've got a tan, we've got a tan. Oh, I'm sure you're real dark, Brenda. I'm sure Portugal weather was beautiful. So the next question, do you prefer gold or silver jewelry? So let's be real, I love this silver piece of jewelry, but I prefer gold. This is platinum, so I mean, I'm not gonna complain about it ever. So this is like the only piece of like silver jewelry I would ever wear, but it's like basically like diamonds, so I'm okay with it. But again, it's silver. And I don't think I wanted I really didn't want a gold wedding ring. I don't know. Even though all my jewelry is gold, I don't care. I am one of those people that like, I will wear whatever eyeshadow I want, and I'll also mix silver and gold jewelry. There are no rules to those things. So all my like any Stella and Dot girls that are on here, they will tell you the same thing. So hey Natasha, hey Brenda. Okay, so lots of silvers, both. See, I'm the same, Brenda. Like I like both. Okay, keep that in mind. Now the next one's hard. So I need you to look at your veins on your wrist, okay? So I'm looking at my veins. Mine are, I don't know if you can see a good view of them, but they're pretty much blue. Okay, so they're either going to be blue, they're going to be green, they're going to be blue purple or blue green. Okay, to make that confusing. So they're going to either be blue, they're going to be green, they're going to be blue green or blue purple. Okay, so mine are pretty much, I want to say they're almost blue green. Okay, so keep that in mind. So if you tan, this is how I always remembered. Okay, so you could either be warm tones, cool tones, or neutral tones. I can look in the mirror. I'm pretty neutral. I would say I'm definitely more warm tones than I am cool tones, 100%, but I can also wear neutral. So if you tan, you have a warm undertone, which means, excuse me, that was rude. Which means that you have, like, you're someone who tans, you have a warm undertone. If you're cool, you probably have more pinky, like reddish undertones, maybe even bluish. You're cool, which means you're really cool. But if you are somebody who burns, that's going to be more of your jam. Now, if you are like a gold, you have, so if you're cool, you burn. If you have warm undertones, you're going to be more golden, okay? So there's another way of thinking of it. If you're cool, so like that's like the pinky-ish undertones and red undertones, then you will burn, okay? So that, if that makes sense. And if you're kind of like me and in between, then you're neutral. So when looking at your veins, so let's do the vein comparison. So if you have green veins, you are warm. Mine are like blue-green, a little bit more on the blue side if I'm honest, but they are blue-green, okay? But I'm definitely warm undertones when it comes to jewelry because I love gold. I'm warm undertones when it comes to tanning, but I do burn a little bit and I do like silver a little bit. So I am definitely neutral. I'm in the middle. I don't fall into any of those categories like dead on. Like I have clients that are like dead on cool, like they are pink undertones. There's no way you're putting anything with any tinge of yellow or orange in them on their face because it will not look good. So if you have blue undertones, then you're cool. See, my wrists, like my veins, technically, if I'm looking at them, they're more blue than anything, but I am definitely not cool undertones, okay? So I'm kind of like one of those mixes. To be honest, if I'm gonna color match you straight on daylight picture, I usually pretty much get it bang on. But again, I like to ask these questions. So I'm green-blue for my veins, which means I'm neutral, if that makes sense. So cool undertones, pink, bluish, we talked about that. Warm, yellow, pearly, golden, okay? So neutral is a mix of both. So now we have to talk about what is your skin type. So who in here has oily skin? If you've got oily skin, you can either give me some likes and hearts or comment oily. If you have dry skin, then you can do like a dry skin in the comments. If you are a combo skin, like maybe you start the day super dry and by the end of the day you're oily, you're a combo skin. I'm going to tell you though that 95% of women, okay, not everybody, but 95% of women, when they get older, their skin gets drier. So Brenda, she's young and vibrant and she's got oily skin because she's 25. So your skin, Brenda, as you get older might start to be different. It might start to get more dry. It may stay combo, right? It may go oily by the end of the day. So depending on what it is, I'm going to go over some products with you on what you should and should not be wearing. So if you are somebody who is older that has dry skin, you have dry skin, you have wrinkles, you have large pores, you are going to want to stay away from products like loose powder, okay? From products like pressed powder, okay? And products like even our liquid foundation. Like, don't get me wrong, I freaking love this liquid foundation, but I'm telling you that it dries as a matte powder. So this is not maybe your best choice. Now, because I don't have any oil to my skin whatsoever, but I still rock everything. The only reason that I can really do a good job with like a pressed powder or loose powder, or a liquid foundation that dries as a matte powder, I'm going to show you the difference. So I'll do half my face with, like if I had oily skin, and half my face if I had dry skin. I have dry to normal skin. Okay, so I'm pretty lucky in that sense. But I'm going to tell you right now that if I did not maintain my skincare routine every single night, I do masks like 2 times a week. Usually I do them live, so you'll see them. I do the brightening mask last night live. If you're doing that, you're cleaning off the skin, that dead layer of skin that your foundation is going to sit on top of and make it look like you're wearing a lot. The other key thing for application of anything is primer, okay? Now, primer is gonna be great under any of these products because it allows that barrier. So you're gonna wanna moisturize your skin no matter what, okay? So it's gonna allow that barrier to, I'm gonna have to do it on the phone, that's fine. To kind of go through and not allow your makeup to seep into like dry skin, seep into oily skin. You should be priming no matter what your skin type is, okay? So again, no loose powder, no pressed powder. If you have dry skin, I'm going to suggest that you use a product such as like a BB cream. Okay, and I'm going to talk about the tones in a second. Or you could also use a cream foundation. Okay, so cream foundation is also great for anyone who's got really dry skin. It's a fabulous product when it comes to a smooth application. Now, I'm in the winter time, so there's so much when it comes to makeup application, but so for me in the winter, okay, I lose my tan. We just launched a couple new colors, a couple new shades. Hold on, let me just scooch over here. One sec. Okay, let me scooch back over. Do you like my moves? Okay, so, hey Isabella, I love you. All right, so we've launched some new shades of foundation. I use it for the first time today, and it was the color Eyelet. It is literally, so this is taffeta and this is Eyelet side by side. A little bit more yellowy toned, but more neutral. And I really like, taffeta's for somebody who's neutral, which I pretty much am. But I can also, if I'm gonna move to any side, I'm more to the warm side than I am to the cool side, meaning I have more yellow undertones than red undertones. So this color is like dead on. So I'm gonna show you this color on one half of my face. So I'm gonna do the liquid foundation on this half and show you what it looks like for someone who has normal to dry skin. And then the other half of my face, oh my God, Eyelet is totally my jam. I almost cried putting it on this morning. Like, I'm emotional right now, but I almost cried putting it on this morning because it was such a perfect match. Okay, so if you want a little more coverage, okay, because I often get this question asked, and if you guys have questions at any point during this, please drop them below. I am always super happy to answer everything. So I'll do Eyelet on my one side of my face, and then I'll do the BB cream on the other to show you the difference. I'm going to tell you right now that if you want like a little more coverage, and I have really dark circles, this is something that is just a given for me. I was born with it. I just still try to drink a lot of water, which is something that can really help your skin. But I also tend to, I have to cover them every day. That's just like a non-negotiable for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just pat this on. I thoroughly enjoy blender buds for everything in life because they just make makeup application so easy, so simple. These ones are from Real Techniques. I bought them on Amazon. As you know, if I love something, I share it, and that is who I am and who I always will be. And if I can find things cheaper, I will share things that are cheaper. So for instance, these blender buds, we sell blender buds. And they actually did lower the price of them because we were like, dude, like you gotta lower the price. But I love that these have a flat end and they were super cheap for $4. Okay, so again, even though I sell blender buds, I'm gonna tell you what's a better deal, which is 100% getting these ones. I like your nails. Perfect for fall. Aren't they the best? I love it. I do the dip nails. You guys heard of the dip nails? Let's do a sidetrack because this is what I always seem to do. Squirrel. So dip nails are like, it's a dip powder, and they do like a coat, and then they do, you dip it, and then you do another coat, and you don't even have to use the UV light or anything, okay? So look at that coverage, guys, okay? So this is the liquid foundation in Eyelet. The other thing when you're matching your foundation is you want to make sure that it matches your neckline down. You don't want, and you should come down your neckline. Yes, I know you love your dip, Kathy. So you come down the neckline and it should match. Like this is a perfect match for me. I am so in love with this color, and it's a very neutral matte finish, okay? Because it dries as a matte powder. This is great if you have oily skin and this is your jam. Even if you've got dry skin, as long as you moisturize and use a primer underneath the liquid foundation, you can totally pull this off. Now, I have, as the winter comes closer, now don't get me wrong, I'm obsessed with this, but as the winter's coming closer, I'm actually really preferring, if you watch my lives, I'm preferring to wear the BB cream right now because it is a tinted moisturizer. Now, the tinted moisturizer, I forgot I was doing half a face. So the tinted moisturizer, the thing with the tinted moisturizer is that this one's a little more pinky, which means it would actually be more for cool tones, which I am warm toned. But again, because I can blend, you can blend a BB cream like a boss. It makes it easy. So again, I'm using the exact same blender bud, okay? And I'm showing you. So this is really going to moisturize my skin. Now, the foundation, either of these products, if I used the BB cream or if I used the liquid foundation, either of these products, if I added a little bit of concealer, it would give me more of a full coverage, okay? So I'm going to, again, like I said, I'm just going to press this in. Now, BB cream is ideal if you have wrinkles, if you have larger pores. It doesn't seep into those areas and hold there, okay? Now, as you can see, my jam is always doing like a lighter color under my eyes. It's really important when you're trying to match a concealer color to, if you're trying to match a concealer color to like, to cover up stuff, you should go 2 shades lighter. I always go Scarlet or Organza under my eyes, which you're like, what the heck? That is cool toned. But I find that the pinkiness in the Organza cancels out the blue under my eyes. Now, if I am using a color on my face, I am more likely to use Scarlet to highlight under my eyes. But if you are looking for more coverage, if I'm gonna use Eyelet, because we don't have an Eyelet concealer, I would mix it with velour because it's more yellow based, okay? If I'm going to add it to, like if I'm gonna add a color to my BB cream, it's gonna be velour as well because and depending on your shade, for the BB cream, you may wanna add, either taffeta or velour depending on how dark you are. For me, I would go velour because it would be too dark if I added the taffeta concealer. And Crystal, no, I don't always, I had just primed my face anyways. I don't always do a primer with BB cream. It doesn't matter either way for BB cream, and it's actually kind of nice in the morning if you want to like throw on the BB cream. Now, I'm going to show you my jam right now when it comes to the BB cream. So this is like the dewy look. I love this look in the summer. This is like a matte finish. This is what people want in the fall and winter. This, people are not really into it. I look like I'm sweating. It does dissipate, just so you know. I'm not going to sit here and be like, okay, guys, we're going to wait for it to dissipate. No, we're not going to do that. But what we are going to do is I'm going to show you how I cover it up in the morning and make it like look flawlessly finished and not have to do anything else with it. So I will grab my pressed powder. I use the color Poplin. Okay, it is more of a neutral undertone. Okay, and I'm gonna just apply that pressed powder over top of the BB cream. This is gonna matte it out. It's gonna seal it in. Okay, you're gonna see that I have, try not to get makeup on my new headband. It's the first time I wore it, guys. Got some new gym clothes, a la Derek, our CEO. I bought some stuff from Lulu. Okay, so now I just look like I'm wearing like the normal. These colors are right for me, right? You can see it in my skin tone. So I will always go down my neck regardless. I'm just kind of do this. But this is the right skin tone for me. When I add the pressed powder, it gives me a full coverage because the BB cream is not necessarily a full coverage. The other things you can do, so let's say you are combo skin. How many of you, just likes or hearts or comment below, if you have skin that goes from like dry to oily? Which brush? This is like the greatest brush. I have 2 of them. Oh, thank you. This is from this morning. I'm like, this is makeup from this morning too. So this one is the powder concealer brush. If you don't have this in your life, it's the greatest. I use it to apply my color underneath my eyes. It actually has product on it, so I'll show you. And then I blend it in with my blender bud. So again, for me, I go 2 shades lighter under my eyes. Now, here's the thing. When you're doing underneath your eyes, this is where we all make mistakes. You don't want to look like, hello, I have a ghost. I'm a ghost underneath my eyes. But I'm just using, like, I didn't even put any product on this brush. This is all from this morning. But you can see that it lightens underneath my eyes. Now, I like to just kind of make sure that I blend in that color, okay? To make sure I'm not like, it really should be like the same color as your skin tone, but you want it a little bit lighter under your eyes to look more awake. And I can always look more awake. I work very hard and I'm tired. Okay, so the other thing to remember, so if you have combo skin, setting powder, guys, setting powder is gonna be your best friend. Now, if you're seeing shine from your setting powder, it might mean that it has some like reflectors in it. You don't want a setting powder with any reflectors. Ours does not have that, so you have nothing to worry about. So that makes it easy. Blend down your neck, and it's true, 80% of women wear the wrong foundation shade. So like, I am here to stop this epidemic. If you need a color match of any sort, like if you need to know, hey Sarah, am I warm? Am I cool? Am I neutral? All I need is a selfie and maybe answer my 3 questions. What is, do you tan or burn? What's your favorite jewelry? And what color are your veins? Those are like the 3 main questions that you can ask your clients too, because I know a lot of you girls on here are on my team, so this is always good for training and helping you guys in that way. So if you want a match, just comment match below and I will message you and we can get that going, or just send me a PM. Either one works. And like I said, if you add any concealer to any of our products, we also have the cream foundation, which is great for dry skin as well. I do enjoy this product a lot. It goes on really nicely. I would again use a blender bud. It's a kind of product where you're gonna want to kind of run out of places to put stuff. I'll just go on this side. So this is in taffeta, so it is, again, it's like a full coverage. And if you set cream foundation, I feel like I have so many layers of makeup on my face right now. But if you set cream foundation with powder, it's great if you like the dewy look. And I freaking love the dewy look in the summertime. In the winter, heck to the no, give me all the matte all the day, all the time. But cream foundation is a fabulous product for coverage, and it also is great if you have dry skin because it is a cream, right? So it allows you, and whenever you're using it, the biggest thing with cream foundation, because it can, I find this is the product, if any, that if you don't want it to look like you're wearing nothing, you either can use a blender bud, which I always find is the smoothest application with any cream or liquid based product, or you do a stippling motion with a brush like this. Do not use this product to do a swiping motion because you will not get the same effect, okay? All right, I think that's it for my Foundation School 101. So do you guys have questions? If you do, post them in the comments below. I always go back in and check the comments to make sure that I have answered everything. Don't forget, if you share the broadcast, you are entered to win a super fun makeup bag this coming fall. And I'm gonna tell you right now, that actually it's not a makeup bag. It's actually something that I buy from Amazon. It's fall must-haves. That's what I'm calling it. And every prize that I choose from Amazon, and I freaking love it. But share the broadcast. Make sure you tell me you shared it in the comments, because sometimes it doesn't tell me who shared, and I can add you to my list. But it's super exciting. So I feel like this, if this gave you value, or anybody you know that needs like a little help with the old foundation selection, choosing the right shade, choosing the right color, you know, maybe just conveniently share it to your wall so that Jenny hopefully sees it, get some education on how to pick the right foundation shade. But you can do this, guys. I never wore foundation. Listen, like when I started this business, Number one, I wore mascara and eyeliner. That's all I knew how to wear. I did not know how to wear any makeup products 4 years ago, like nothing. Now I can do eyeshadow and eyebrows and know how to like actually wear face makeup with the right shade and not look like an Oompa Loompa and just, you know, have fun. So Kathy, don't forget about my makeup fundraiser. I know you don't do fundraisers, but makeup fundraiser tomorrow in the staff room. I hope to see you there. Okay, I love you guys. Thank you so much to everyone on my business page who tuned in, and thank you so much to everybody on my wall that tuned in. I loved every single one of you for tuning into my crazy shenanigans every single day. Mwah.